2025 actually has been marked with uncertainty. There's heightened volatility. How has that translated for global as well as Indian IPO market segments so far as the first 3 months of this year are concerned? And if you could give us a comparative analysis of how the West has performed, specifically this IPO segment, Europe, Southeast Asia, and particularly India.
Yeah, so, Sumita, the overall IPO market, I think you had the numbers on the screen as well, has shown an increase of about 3% when it comes to the number of IPOs and 20% when it comes to the proceeds from the IPOs. And if you see the US market or the Americas markets, I mean, that's the one which has registered a fairly large percentage of the growth in terms of number of IPOs. It's gone up from 41 last year, same time to almost 62 this year, and same time. Asia Pac has seen a negative growth of about 2% in terms of number of IPOs, 118 to 116. And EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, Asia, Africa, and India, has got a negative 9% of 124 to 113. Whilst the proceeds of IPOs, apart in Asia Pac has seen a larger growth. In fact, that's gone up by almost 87%, doubling from 5.8 billion to 10.9 billion. US has remained flat, and EMEA is negative. So we've seen a lot of activity on Asia Pac in terms of larger IPOs, whereas the number of IPOs have come down marginally there. I think there are a lot of, the overall IPO market, I think it actually should have shown an increase, but for the global uncertainty, which is the entire trade situation that we are all dealing with. I think once that gets settled, we'll see a much larger growth because there's a lot of money which is available on the sidelines, and there is a lot of interest now on companies which are getting onto the AI side. In the US, you see that's being a very interested segment. You also see an interested segment of defense and aerospace, especially because of the tariffs. I think there's a lot of movement which is going to happen that side. So we should see that. And coming back to India, I think the 62 IPOs that you talk about, I mean, in India, we've seen a negative growth when it comes to the number of IPOs. It's moved down from 82 same time last year to 62.
Right.
And the proceeds have marginally remained the same. It's actually gone up from 2.5 to 2.8 billion.
Right.
The number in India is a bit skewed because of the SME IPOs. On the main board, of course, there has been some good IPOs and a few in the offing as well. Hexaware is one of the largest ones which has come in.